Hey everybody, welcome to This Board Game Life, episode number 122, titled Tbl Con 2026. This is the show about games, board games, apparently cons, which is a pro, not a con. And we'll talk about games, board games, card games, all that good stuff, and the con, and maybe a couple other things. We'll see. I'm one of your fine hosts for today. My name is Rob, and as always, I got my good buddy Mark right over there.
Greets, howdy everybody. Welcome to the shoe, as Rob would used to say.
A very good shoe. I think that's how it goes. What was that guy's name? Sullivan or something?
I have no idea. I don't know where you got it.
No, it's from the 60s or 50s or something like that. Some talk show dude. But anyway, we just talked about something else. Anyway, we got a fun, exciting show. We're going to talk about what happened during the recent This Board Game Life Con that we had. Games were played, fun was had, food was eaten.
And anger was felt over one particular game.
Yeah, whatever. Stuff happens. But then we'll also get through the news, talk about some other stuff, good stuff. And the Spiel des Jahres nominations happened.
Ooh.
So we'll touch on those. And I don't know if it's apt yet to give any early predictions, but we'll talk about the games. And so let's get rolling with the episode. So first up, make sure to check out our YouTube channel. It's called This Board Game Life. Imagine that. And on there you can find our audio podcast, our video podcast. If you normally catch our podcast and you want to see our beautiful faces, handsome faces, you can do that on our YouTube channel. And we've also got unboxings, playthroughs, reviews, mailbag, what games were played in the month, all sorts of stuff is on there. And make sure to like and subscribe. That really helps support the show and helps grow our audience. And all right, on to what we've been playing. Here, I'll start real quick I've got the con list later on. But the only thing that I played after our con was Dungeons, Dice, and Danger. Mark, this is a game that you really intrigued me way back when you were playing it a bunch and you talked about it on the show. And I never saw it. I never saw it at any of the stores, and I never picked it up when I did my online orders. And then I happened to see it at a store that I was checking out. So it came off the shelf and came with me.
Nice.
But Dungeons, Dice, and Danger is a game by Richard Garfield of Magic the Gathering fame, Bunny Kingdom, a whole bunch of other games. And I'd like to think of it as That's So Clever, the dungeon game. That's kind of like what I'm going to call it. And what I mean by that is for those clever games, which are you roll the dice and then you pick two pairs and then you mark it off on your sheet in the different areas, different colored areas. This really reminds me of this, except what you're doing is you're picking dice pairs and then you're writing up on your dungeon map. And what was interesting to me about this was so I went through the rules and I'm like, okay, this game's easy peasy. Mm-hmm. It wasn't quite as easy as I thought it was going to be. And just what I mean by that is that, so in the dungeons, you have starting areas, like on the first one, which is, it's some animal something. I forget the name of the dungeon. But you have maybe like 5 or 6 starting areas on either side. And I found it really difficult when I would play to get a good foothold and make my way into the dungeon. Maybe it's just awful dice rolls. Very possible. The dice sometimes hate you. They don't play well.
Did you use
this?
this?
Look at that. I did. Yeah.
I printed one when I got home.
Very nice. Yeah. Mark has this 3D printed dice tower that's collapsible. Apparently he's having trouble collapsing it. That's all the clicking that you heard.
But yeah, Rob had one at the con, and I was like, I got to get me one of these.
Yeah, it's a cool little dice tower. So it's 4 walls, and then it's got a gate down at the bottom. And when I say gate, that's just when the dice roll through the tower, then they're stuck in this little gated trap area so that they don't go sauntering across the table and onto the floor and into the vent. But it's a cool little dice tower because it folds flat. So you flip it upside down. Doesn't always easily. Yeah, I have to nudge him because I haven't worn it down quite well yet. But you just have to flip it upside down and everything folds flat. Press it together, and then it's maybe like a centimeter thick, maybe a little more, approximately half an inch thick.
Yeah, probably half an inch.
So, but that's cool because you can bring it to game nights, right? You can throw it in the bag and it sits flat.
I'm taking it with me tomorrow. We've got a Zombicide game going tomorrow night, and I'm bringing this.
Nice. You know what I was thinking might actually make it even a little bit better is to have like some kind of little square, either of maybe that material that you use as a shelf liner in your cabinets, or just something so when it comes through there, it doesn't bounce out, because sometimes if they have enough velocity, they will come out and bounce off the gate. So I was actually thinking about making a little square to bring and put underneath the tower. You can actually probably make it just as big as the gate, or you can just make it bigger and the whole thing sits on it. But anyway, yeah, so Dungeons, Dice, and Danger. It's a fun little game if you like That's So Clever, That's So Clever too. There's a bunch of games in that line. If you like that kind of roll the dice and then make pairs out of it, this is probably going to be right up your alley. And fun game. Another fun game from Richard Garfield.
Yeah, and it is very easy to learn, but the difficulty lies in, I think, it gets harder as the game goes on because you have less and less numbers to select, and you're trying to roll those to keep moving. So sometimes you're like, I can't do anything, and if you can't take a move, then you're taking damage, and so it gets harder as you go, but it's fun. I really enjoy it. So I'm glad you got a copy, and I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, it's a fun little game. A nice little footprint too.
Yeah.
Meaning it's a smaller box.
It's like one of those Aaliyah-sized boxes, right?
The smaller Aaliyahs, yeah. Yeah. Because it is an Aaliyah game. But yeah, good stuff. What have you been up to?
All right. I got to play, one of my favorites twice recently, and that's Spooktacular. I really love Spooktacular. This game is so much fun, and you can play, plays up to 5, and you can play a game within an hour. The setup is relatively quick. I mean, it's just quick setup, quick teardown. Like it's basically Root. I've mentioned this before. It's Root, but with a much simplified version and with a kind of a horror theme. And it's just a lot of fun. I really love what Level 99 has done with the characters. And you get 20 different monsters out in the box, like comes with the game. But these are the people that did Bullet Heart and Bullet Star, and there's a million
Pixel
characters.
Tactics and
so I'm really kind of hoping that they'll actually do an expansion for Spooktacular that's just more characters. I would absolutely buy it. But I haven't played all of them yet. I've only been able to play a few, but I'm enjoying the variety of how all these different uh, monsters are playing and what they do. It's been a lot of fun.
Actually, I think what you really want is a Spooktacular special edition deluxe high def ultimate edition.
Redo.
Yeah.
Starting
starting at $400.
Yeah. At least. I mean, it's not going to be
on
any
Game
good
Found.
if it's If it's not 400, then it's not worth it.
Yeah, so it can't be on Kickstarter. It has to be on Game Found.
Yeah. So then I also, a way blast from the past, my oldest son is home for a few weeks. He graduated from college. And I after our con, I went out to DC to watch him graduate and basically bring him back home. So he's here for a couple more weeks. Well, I got about a month before he heads off for his starting of his career. And he asked me the other day, he's like, Dad, do you want to play Spite and Malice, which is just a card game that, I played as a kid.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this one.
And
like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I taught my kids how to play. And I mean, it's essentially 3 decks of cards, Well, if you have 4 players, you need 3 decks, a standard 52 card deck, including your jokers. Is the way we play because they're wild. But it's just it's a really fun game that you can even play teams if you've got four people, and but it's just a lot of fun. And we played a couple rounds of that, and so that was fun. So we kept the card deck together, and we're gonna go get Grandma involved and hopefully my daughter because she's home too. So try to get some more gaming and more playing of Spite and Malice here over the next month. Did play some more Zombicide, working through the Washington ZC campaign, and we're going to continue this tomorrow night. So we're getting closer to being done. And I already got, once this is done, I got a guy who wants to do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle campaign. So we will be doing that after we complete our Washington run.
Very nice.
So that'll be fun. Also, I got together this weekend to play The Witcher Old World, and we did the cooperative version where we had to take on some pretty brutal bosses, and it was a lot of fun. So I've played The Old World both in the competitive way and in the cooperative way. Both are fun, and I'm really a big fan of co-op games. I really like cooperative style gaming when we all work together as a team. And this one, I actually felt like I liked the competitive play of The Witcher Old World a little bit better than the cooperative, because it felt like it was fun to get together with others and contribute to the battles and things like that. But the way it's designed, it's like when you go help someone, you can only basically contribute cards in your hand, which reduces like the monster's health deck, but increases the main attacker's deck. But we're not battling; we're just helping to boost up our fellow, player. And it wasn't really till the end game where you're fighting the main boss that you really felt like, okay, now I'm actually doing something. And the game was shorter than the competitive. There's only I think it was 8 rounds in the co-op, where in the competitive, you're playing until somebody wins, essentially. So you had a lot more time to kind of build yourself up. And when you're battling, you can battle other Witchers, which I'm not a fan of that part. But it did feel a little bit more engaged. And my thoughts were, the guy that owns the game asked me afterwards what I thought. And I was just like, I felt like I wasn't doing as much, that I didn't really get a flow, that I don't feel like I really contributed until the very end when we're fighting the boss. And then I was able to, start to get some things going. But it just felt, I don't know, not as involved. But it's neat that the game offers both options and that they play similar, but they have a very different feeling overall. So I did like that aspect that's there. So very cool game. The Witcher Old World is a fantastic game. The only downside I have on this game is setup and tear down. Setup is a bear. It's probably one of the worst games because there is so much stuff to set up. And it's up there with, I would say, Grim Coven. There's a lot to it. But the game is so good that it's worth it. So, which that's good to say. And then last night I got to play some classics. I don't know if you, I played Concordia. Again, I got to play that. And we played this specifically because someone in my group got to play the Puerto Rico special edition and really loved it. And Concordia is the next Awakened Realms classic that's getting the special edition treatment. That Game Found starts on June 6th. And no, they're not paying for this. They're not a sponsor. But I'm going to back Concordia. But what they're doing is they're also going to bring back the Castles of Burgundy and the Puerto Rico special editions as well in that campaign. So, yes, reprints. So people missed out. And my buddy's like, I'm getting to Puerto Rico guaranteed. But he wanted to try these other two. So we played Castles of Burgundy and Concordia last night.
Nice.
So that he got an opportunity to kind of see if he wanted to get them as well. So, but so good to have Castles of Burgundy played again. I really enjoy that game.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, it is. And there's a guy in my group who doesn't like it. Now, he absolutely loves Concordia. And it was his version that he was the one that brought it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And he was teaching it. And he just kept like, I just love this game. I love this game. But he doesn't like Castles of Burgundy. And I'm like, I don't understand how you cannot like this. This game is amazing.
It is.
But there's something about it that he just like he recognizes that it deserves the praise, and but it's just for him. It's just not for him. But it's not a favorite of his. But but he loves Concordia, and so now this guy's going to get the chance to figure out. He knows he's getting Puerto Rico, but he's like, am I going to get the others as well? So,
well, what was the outcome? Like, once you guys played, did you get any feedback? Or is he a tough read?
He's a tough read. He's going to have to think about it. And I think it's going to depend on the cost of everything, which I'm like, when you see the cost of these things. And then he made a comment. He's like, well, the latest version of Castles of Burgundy has the little castles. And I leaned down and pulled one out of my box. And he goes, oh, you have it? I'm like, yeah, this is the latest edition. And so I was telling him, like, the game comes with cardboard tiles. We're using the acrylic tiles. I said, I also have the 3D castles, which come with it. But then you can also buy all the 3D instead of using the little tiles. You can buy 3D stables and buildings. And I'm just like, I decided, I said, I don't use the castles. And I didn't buy the 3D terrain pack because it gets in the way.
It does.
It really kind of blocks your board, and that's why I really like the acrylic tiles much better. And so I was, just some things like I was sharing with him, and then he definitely going to get Puerto Rico. So I don't know how all in he's going to go, because like I didn't do all in on Puerto Rico either. I didn't buy all the 3D workers and the 3D animals and stuff like that. It's just like, because I told him, I said, that's just more boxes that you have to bring. And I'm like, the box is already large. So I bling it out, but I don't go all out. It's too much. Mm-hmm. So, and I don't know what Concordia is going to look like, but I don't know if you've seen it, Rob. And if for those that, I don't want to go down too far down this, but the box, they have shown off what the box is going to kind of look like. And Concordia, they're going to have a whole bunch of expansions and like maps and stuff. And I guess there's some new ones that they're making new maps that haven't existed. But inside the big box that we all talk about that we have to carry around, they're going to they have another box that will come out, and then it has like all the components that you need, and then you can grab and then all the underneath it's all these maps, all these boards. You can grab a board, put it in this small box, and just take the small box with you to game night. I'm like, this is ingenious. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, Awaken Realms has really, because one of the things with I just cut myself off. They've come a long way, and I think they're really learning with their inserts and improving them each and every time. And one of the things that I don't like about the Castles of Burgundy Special Edition is their insert doesn't really fit the stuff that you like.
Yeah.
It wasn't designed to hold the blinged out stuff.
Yeah.
It was designed to hold the cardboard tiles. So I've got some of the plastic things your markers, your score markers, and then or not the score markers, but the first place markers for your first place. Those don't fit in the spot that is made for it. You can't fit if you get the acrylic tiles, they don't all fit in the slots. And it's like, they did a really kind of poor job, hey, bling this all out, but guess what? It's not all going to fit in the box. I would expect better. And it seems like Puerto Rico is amazing. They've done an amazing job that you can just go you open the lid and boom, I'm playing 2-player, 3-player, whatever you're playing, grab the box that the little sectional that you need for however many players, and then everything's in it. So you don't have one big pool of workers and say, oh, if you have 3, count out 75 workers. Okay, 1, 2. No, they're already in their containers. So you just got to make sure, and each container has a different looking mini for your workers. So as long as you put them back in the correct box, you don't even have to count them back out when you're putting the game away. It's like, this just makes sense. They really thought this through. And then with the new Concordia look, I'm like, I don't have to carry the big box. I can just grab a board, put it into the smaller box with all the components, and take that to game night. I'm like, thank you. This is so good. So anyways, again, Awaken Realms nor GameFound have supported or paid us for this.
It's backwards.
But you can.
We support them. We support them.
You can. I'll happy take payment. Or just give me the special editions free every year. So, because I'm going to buy them anyways. But,
yeah, it looks like, they came out with an update about a week ago. I haven't seen this one yet because I just delete those emails. I can't read all these updates.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so this is interesting. Yeah, standard edition, €75 plus VAT plus sales tax. Then the special edition is €95 with some extra goodies. Then the Mare Nostrum expansion, that's the one you were saying, plus Venus, which has been around forever. Salsa. Map expansions.
Well, the prices aren't out there yet.
Yeah, it is.
I'm looking at it.
So standard edition is 75, special edition is 95. I'm assuming that's starting at.
I don't see any prices in the GameFound.
It's in the update.
Oh, it's the email?
No, it's in the most recent update that came out on the 21st.
Okay, I was just looking at the campaign. That's a preview, but okay.
Yeah, it's not in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a list. It's got the.
I'm afraid to look at that one then.
Storage solution. So that's kind of nice. There's a map box.
Yeah.
And there's a sleeve. Not a huge fan of sleeves. But interesting. It would be nice if this thing is not approaching 200. But I imagine there's probably going to be multiple versions of the deluxe version. So like I said, these are all just starting at, or it's going to have different components available. But anyway, we'll find out on June 9th.
Yeah.
at 6 p.m. CEST.
Oh, there are prices. There we go.
Yeah.
I just see it. Yeah, there are prices on their GameFound page.
So I think €95 was that like
95
$100?
for the special edition.
100,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably a little more than that. So
Plus $45 to ship to the United States.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Yeah. By the way, I still don't have my components from Puerto Rico. Just saying.
So €95 today is $110.60 US. So that's of course that's before we start adding on
the big add-on.
So, but anyway. It really looks like all the expansions and stuff are the way it looks now. Everything is included.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like. I mean, the expansions I think are just boards, right? Probably a lot of the maps
for the most part. Yeah.
So, but no, it's not. There's also all published maps plus the expansions. There's a bunch of different expansions. So
yeah.
So, but I'm sure they'll have the upgrades will be the you get the cardboard tokens or the wooden tokens or the acrylic tokens or the standees or the minis. All that's where they're gonna that price will go up. So I'm sure this is gonna cost me $250 by the time I'm done.
So this is interesting. It says that there's a wooden version. I don't know if it's wooden components or a wooden map.
Probably wooden components.
Yeah.
And there's also metal coins will be added. It will be another add-on.
I skip those.
So.
Pass.
So.
But anyway, yeah, we will... those ships look good. The 3D ships. I can't look at this.
This is going to be expensive. The standard edition comes with cardboard tokens for the resources, but there's a picture of the miniatures. They look good.
Yeah, they do. And this is a game I already have. Why am I looking at this?
Because it's so good that we want the best version of it. That's why. So
you're right. I mean, I really like my special edition Castles of Burgundy. I really like it a lot.
And Puerto Rico.
And Puerto Rico. I think I'm going to like Agricola whenever that comes out.
Oh, yeah. I got that one backed, too. That one should be getting out sometime starting soon.
Yeah, I was thinking we should have played the original during the con, but...
Well, we sort of.
In February. Yeah.
You gave me a sampling of it, so...
Yeah. But anyway... All right.
So, to the news.
Yeah, let's get on with the news. And if you'd like to make any comments or have anything that you'd like to tell us or just ask questions that we'll read on the show, you can send us an email to contact@thisboardgamelife.com or feel free to leave a comment on any of our content either on BGG or on YouTube's. But anyway, let's start with the news. And you know what? I will leave the SDJ towards the end. So I'll tear through the regular news real quick.
Okay.
And then, because I know we'll spend a bunch of time on the SDJ stuff. So first up, let's see, where did I put everything? Here we go. First up, we talked a couple months ago about Greater Than Games folding, and then all of the content went. I forgot where this went to, because it was Flat River, Candelabra Games. Anyway, that was then. This is now. And what's new now is that Paul Bender and Christopher Badal, they announced on May 12th that they reacquired the Greater Than Games IP. So they picked up the Sentinels. Let me see. Let me just make sure I'm not speaking out of turn here. But yeah, they reacquired the Greater Than Games brand and the Sentinel Comics IP from Handelabra. So they're planning reprints of Sentinels of the Multiverse Definitive Edition products, and they're going to be in the process of creating a new expansion. So that content then is going back to the original owners, and I guess we can look forward to seeing more Greater Than Games / Sentinels of the Multiverse content in the sometime near future. So it's good to see them back. And then, speaking of a company that came back there, one that is leaving is the OG. So Osprey Games brand looks like it's going to be going away, which was kind of surprising because this is a game company that, you know, has had some success in recent years. And Osprey Games announced that the owners of them are basically putting up the company for sale. So they made that announcement not too long ago, about a week or two ago. And like some of the games that they have done is Undaunted, right? So there's 3-4 games. There's Normandy, there's the Africa one, I forgot what it's called. There's the space one,
Callisto.
Yeah, Callisto.
I think was one of them.
Yep. And they also had some tie-ins with Martin Wallace. They did Cryptid, which actually got SDJ Kennerspiel nominee back in 2022. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with this. I wonder if Tabletop Tycoon is going to pick him up because they've been buying up a bunch of stuff lately. Because there's some good games in their lineup there. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with them. Next up, Ravensburger is going to be releasing a 4-villainous game. So if you didn't have enough villainous over the last couple of years, you can get some more. This new version is going to be for 2 to 4 players, 10 and up, plays in 20 minutes. It's going to be a Target exclusive. And for some reason, whenever I think villainous, I think Target because I see it every time I saunter through the Target game section. But yeah, so this is going to have the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus, Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty, the Evil Queen from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
So I want to interject real quick.
Yeah.
I think this is crap. And they do state in the article, villains both old and new, but Maleficent and the Ursula are available in previous versions of this game. I think the Evil Queen from Snow White is also available. I think it's just the Sanderson sisters that are new to this. So it's like you're buying another game basically for one character. The others you probably already have if you have Villainous. So I don't like that they're basically making people buy an entire new game just for essentially one new character.
Yeah.
I think that's dirty. I don't like that.
Yeah, no, maybe it's good for some folks that don't have all the expansions. Or something.
True.
Who knows? Yeah.
But if you've got the main Villainous game, like Maleficent, I think is in the main. I'm going to have to look that up to see which one comes in there. But
yeah, it's going to have a retail price of $22.99. Maybe people can grab it on the buy 2 get 1 free or whatever the sales they usually have. They usually have them every once in a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to see which characters come in the main game. Yeah, Maleficent's in the main for sure. Let's see. Oh, Ursula and Maleficent are in the main game. So if you bought the original game when it came out, you already have those two characters. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure Snow White is in one of the others, but maybe not. But at least two of the four characters are already out. So it's just like re-releasing, but putting one or two characters to get people to buy again. It's just, yeah, I don't like that. To me, that's just cash grab, which a lot of the board gaming is. But don't make it so blatantly obvious. I mean, I just don't like it.
No, I get it.
And does that mean they've run out of evil characters? And if you have, then just release those extra characters.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But then that would be a smaller footprint, smaller price, and I think they're just trying to. Yeah, never mind. I'm just complaining. First world problems.
Yeah. It's a villainous problem.
Ravensburger is the villain here.
Yeah. Then
and I'm not gonna like this one either. I'm gonna go up on this one.
Yeah, well, I'll do that one after this. So Asmodee sales declined in the U.S. for the quarter and the year, which is interesting. And so Asmodee sales in the U.S. market were down both in fiscal Q4, which is January through March, and the full year, last April through March, where sales in every other territory across the globe increased, and some substantially. So that's interesting. It's interesting why the U.S. had a different decline than, or that had a decline where they might not have done so in Europe and elsewhere. And they say that while other territories benefited from the TCG distribution business, which is negligible in the U.S., the same dynamic was true a year ago. And then sales of Asmodee's own Star Wars Unlimited TCG were down in the quarter due to tough comps, according to the company. So sales in the U.S. were $45 million for the quarter, which that's not chump change by any mean, but it's down almost 15% from $52.9 million from the same quarter last year. And for the year, their sales were down 13% to $238.7 million from $274.6 million from the previous year. And a big that happened. I scrolled and I lost it. Okay, the big growth in overall sales came from distribution of partner games, which include Pokemon, TCG, Riftbound, Magic the Gathering, and Bandai lines. So sales in that segment were up 40% and accounted for $1.4 billion of the $1.95 billion in sales for the year. So, yeah, that's a lot of sales. That's a lot of sales, and it's a lot of income. So the board game and TCG world is quite a bit of money in there. Anyway, and then
$3.
Yeah, and then lastly, I put this one in here because Mark, you got another version of Flip 7 to buy.
No, I don't.
Are you sure?
Yes. This is going along with the Ravensburger. This is just a cash grab now at this point.
I don't understand this one, but
I
Flip
don't
7 is coming out with a new version. They're combining forces with Liquid Death. You familiar with Liquid Death?
I've seen it on the shelf.
Yeah. It's canned water. And so the OP games will release, or Op Games will release Flip 7 Liquid Death, which is a new version. It's going to be hitting retail in June of 2026. So that is right around the corner in the next couple weeks. They teamed up with Liquid Death, and this is an energy drink apparently, because Liquid Death has multiple versions. They've got some funky sodas, just the plain water. They have one which is like a Fruit Loops carbonated drink. It's really interesting because it tastes just like Fruit Loops, for good or bad. Anyway, so there's going to be a new edition of the game. It features 2 new actions: kill a card and murder the modifiers, both of which are tributes to Liquid Death's Murder Your Thirst tagline. The goal of the new game is to command death by successfully flipping 7 different number cards and ending the game with the most points. So look for this next month in June 2026.
Or don't. This is dumb. I remember we talked about this, I think, a couple months ago, about like other versions of Flip 7 coming out. Like there's 3 more. This one I don't think was even on that list. Like there's a bunch of more. This is becoming like the Uno of, we got a hit game, we're going to put every freaking IP attached to it. This is get the main game or get the Vengeance game. That's it. You don't need any of these others.
Yeah, it's like 15 different versions of the same thing.
Yep. Oh, it's got a new card in it. Whatever.
Yep.
So, Okay,
I'm just going to try to see if I can pull up the SDJ site because it wasn't working for me the other day. But the SDJ nominations have been announced for 2026. So you ready to go through these, my friend?
Yeah, I will say I haven't looked at them. I just pulled the list up myself. So
I have not.
I'm ready to tell them what they got wrong.
Yeah, so I wanted to kind of go over this, not having had any advanced opinions on this. So here, let's go through pull up the Reddit link that I gave you.
I've got it up.
Yeah, I dropped it in the show notes because that has everything. Because, the SDJ site isn't coming up for me still. But so first up, we'll go over. I'm using the wrong keyboard. I have 2 keyboards in front of me. I need to put one aside because I keep hitting it. Okay, so for SDJ, we have 3 nominations, and then there's the recommended list, which is kind of like honorable mentions, I guess. So I'll call off these 3 nominees for SDJ. This is the regular SDJ, not the kid or the enthusiast or the Kinderspiel or the Kinderspiel. So this is the regular one. I'll call them out and then we'll discuss them. So first up is Cozy Stickerville by Corey Kanishka. Now, he makes awesome games. He was with Fantasy Flight for years. He did Elder Sign, amongst others. And he's off on his own company now. He did the Mandalorian game as well, a couple others. And so now he's part of Unexpected Games, which is his own studio, if I remember correctly. And so there's that one. There's another one called Ditto. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, it's Ditto by Martin Ang and Morty Sorty Magic Shop. Okay. Interesting selection. If I remember right, Cozy Stickerville did get some decent decent reviews. It's got an 8.3 rating on BGG with a weight of 1.22. That's mighty low. And it's mighty unlike him to come up with such a simple game. But
all of these are simple games.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, Cozy Stickerville, weight of 122. Morty Sorty Magic, a 1.5. And Ditto is a 1.0.
Yeah.
And Ditto is actually it's an alternate to a game called Jinxo, which came out 2024. So why is this on here?
That's a good question. Yeah, it's Jinxo. You're right.
So is this list legit? Is my first question. Do we know if this is just someone?
No, it's right.
Posted. It is legit, huh?
It's absolutely right.
Maybe that's why the Spiel de Jar page isn't working, because people hacked it because they're upset at this, this list. So yeah, I tried the Spiel site too, and it's just not working. So.
Yeah, it just sits and spins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it could. So I wonder if Ditto, if this is like a reprint under a new studio or something, or maybe it got brought in here. Or actually, no, not in here, because there I am assuming it got brought to the United States, but it's Germany that matters. But yeah, that's a really good point. So Jinxo came out in 2024.
Yeah. So that's interesting that would be up under a different name. So
I think it might have something to do with availability, because...
Or was it maybe didn't originally ship in Germany, right? Because isn't the Spiel de Jar like it had to come to Germany that year?
It was something along those lines, yeah.
So maybe that's the thing. Maybe it was a game in a different country originally. So.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm sure this is probably going to be a hotly debated topic. So we'll find out soon enough.
I'm calling it now. That's going to be the winner, just because it makes no. They're going to pick this one as the winner.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then Morty Sorty Magic Shop, which is this. This might be the highest weight.
It is of the group.
Of all of them, yeah, at 1.5.
Yeah.
And
it's 8 and up.
And it's a 7.1. And it is a Schmidt-Spiel game. I wonder if this is, when I see this, it really reminds me of the Easy Play line. Although I think this box is much bigger.
I was looking at some of the past winners. I mean, there's some lighter games, but I really, these to me fit. They're all ages 8 and up or 10 and up. Like that to me should be like, isn't it the Kinderspiel or something where it's a kid's one?
Well, so the regular one is, it's usually not more difficult games, and it's more family oriented.
Okay.
So there's got to be something to these, because it's been a hotly debated topic for many, many years as to why they pick certain ones, and they have reasons for it. Sometimes those reasons are way out there, that's for sure. But yeah, I don't know about that Ditto game, but the other ones I could see. I definitely could see.
All right.
Okay, I need to stop going through those pictures. Recommended list then, which again we'll consider as the honorable mentions. We have Hot Streak by John Perry, Meister Makatsu by Reiner Knizia, Take Time by Alexei Piovesan and Julian Prothier, Toriki by Wojciech Grzykowski, Toy Battle by Paolo Mori and Alessandro Zucchini. Do you think that one? Because you played Toy Battle, right? Or no?
Yeah, I didn't like it myself,
No.
but I know a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm. And then there's Wilmot's Warehouse by David King, Ricky Haggart, and Richard Hogg. So those were the recommended list. But yeah, you want to try to do preemptive guesses as to which might win just off the cuff?
I'm going to get them all wrong. I haven't played any of these, so it's obviously hard for us to say, but based on response and just news of what I've heard a lot of good things about Cozy Stickerville.
Yeah.
I would predict that Ditto would get it because it seems the most controversial of like, how can you say a game that came out 2 years ago is getting this award? But then the Morty Sorty Magic Shop is from Pegasus Spiel. So, like, I feel like any one of these could win. But I would say Cozy Stickerville probably deserves it. It's the highest rated game of the three.
Yeah.
The other two are 7s, 7.1, 7.5, and Cozy is an 8.3. Oh, I think Cozy should get it based on that information and the community's rating, but so that's where I'll take a guess.
I'm gonna jump on there and say Cozy as well. And Corey makes some awesome games, so I would also like to see him win it as well, just because I like him as a designer. One thing I did want to mention is that Morty Sorty Magic Shop is designed by the same guy that did Challengers. Remember that one?
So there's your winner right there. I can't. No, that's unfair of me to say anything against a game I haven't tried. I can diss Challengers all I want because I bought it, paid for it, played it, and it sucked. So
hey now. All right. So there we have the regular one. Let's move on over to the Kinderspiel. The nominees are Boo Party by Florian Cyrier and Benoit Turpin. So this is a costume party that nobody forgets. It's got a big old ghost. And this game is 5 and up. A bunch of cards with some cute little characters. So this is a tiny little card game, looks like. Cute art, definitely a kid's game. So another one, Weight 1.0. And where's my list? Next up is Mookie Island by Florian Cyrier. Again, that's same artist. Same designer as Boo Party. Mookie Island. The link is not working. Mookie Island. It's a 1.0 weight again. And this one, again, is a little card game from Cosmos. Looks like it might have a unique design to the box where it's used in part of the game. But yeah, small box card game for kids. And then last up is Verflixt Wertzaubert by Thomas Degenay L'Esperance. Man, that was a tough one. And man, what is this? This is, I think this link might be wrong.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, I got for Mookie Island. It came up for
No, it is
Party both.
Yeah, Memois and Sam et le voleur de fruits.
Again, 2024 gets a different name in 2026 and is up for the award. Boo Party came out in 2025, and so did Mookie Island. But that's probably fine. They're
probably rethemes,
probably
and re-releases.
But the 2024 again is out of the last year.
Yeah.
So that's another one just like the first one that had a rename, and this got the same thing. It's got a different name.
Yeah, so Mimos and Sam apparently is the original version, and then this new name, which is Verflixt Wertzaubert, is the new one.
They finally made it to, obviously this is a French game that didn't release into Germany until the next year or currently, and now it's up for that. So
this there's Verflix definitely has some kind of Harry Potter vibe just by looking at the front cover. Interesting. But by looking at these, I would say maybe this Verflixt game, I'd say probably that one might get it. To me, it seems more interesting than the card games, but what do I know? I don't know nothing. Any thoughts from you? Blue Party, Mookie Island, or
I'm gonna just guess Mookie Island for no reason other than I have no clue.
Okay. The recommended list for this is Paleolino by Marco Teubner and Peter Rostmeyer. Magical Mirrors by Ksenia Kuznetsova. Man, I fell down the stairs saying that one. And Little Stinker by Ellen Lee, Ken Gruhl, and Quentin Weir. And then this is probably the more interesting one, at least for us, because the Kenner Spiel is more the games that we like to play. So the three nominees are Boss Fighters QR by Michael Palm and Lucas Zach from Pegasus Spiel. Cooperative Monster Brawling. Have you played this one?
No. I won't because it requires an app.
Yeah. I think we talked about this one on the news a couple months back. Yeah, but so that one made it into the Kenner Spiel. Moon Colony Bloodbath by Donald X of Vaccarino, of course, and Rebirth by Reiner Knizia.
Rebirth, baby. I'm calling it now.
Man, that's
See, and I'll tell you why. I don't think Boss Fighters should be in there because it's an app-driven game that I think the weight of a 2 is a little low. Of course, Moon Colony is a 212. Oh, geez, Rebirth is a 198. Okay, so disregard that. But I just feel like these app-based games, this game can't be played if the app ever stops being supported, which happens all the time.
Yep.
Rebirth, I've played Moon Colony and Rebirth both, and Rebirth I think is fantastic. I absolutely love it, and I'm not a huge Knizia fan. I'm not, But
Yeah.
this game is fantastic. I really love playing it. I like that you get two different like variants. The board has two different sides, and depending which side you play, you put certain things into the game, and you play. Each side of the board plays differently, so you've got some variety there. But also because it's like you're pulling from a bag. You are having to. A lot of people might say, well, it's all luck based on what you play or pull. But no, I think that's where the strategy comes in of where are you going to play this? Because you don't know when you might get another piece out of that bag to place next to it as you're trying to chain things. So I think it's a fantastic game. The components are
Definitely.
amazing to me, this is like, granted, there are some cardboard pieces, but like the towers and stuff like that are just incredibly well done. The board is great quality, and it's not a overly ridiculous expensive game. Moon Colony Bloodbath was awesome when it first started, and I own the game. I own both of Rebirth and Moon Colony, but after I played Moon Colony about 3 times, I was like, it's the same game over and over and over. And it's like, that's boring. You are going through these story cards that are going to be in the same order every time you play when you first start. So you always know this is my first thing, this is my second event, this is my third event, until you start putting some things in. But you don't really, like the times I've played, we don't get a lot of additional cards. That there's one deck, I can't remember what it is. You're lucky if you get one in the game, and then you'll get some of these others. But it's like you are playing these same things over and over, and I found the game to be boring. Okay, it was fun the first and second time, and now it's like I've played this before. I just feel like there's no variety in it.
Yeah.
So I don't know why that's here. And there's a recommended game on the list that I think should be here over both Boss Fighters and Moon Colony. But we'll leave that for now. But my pick is Rebirth.
Yeah, I'm struggling between Moon Colony and Rebirth. I really like Rebirth, like you had mentioned, very similar reasoning. Also, not a huge Reiner fan. I mean, I like his games, but I don't love his games. I don't,
Yeah.
Necessarily want to have all of them like some other
Right.
designers. But
yeah, he's not a Tomasz Holek. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and the thing is, Moon Colony Bloodbath, I mean, that's a Donald X game. He does great stuff. And he's won a whole bunch of times, so I wouldn't be surprised if he wins again. Although he had something, I don't know, last year or the year before, I thought he was nominated and he didn't get it. But anyway.
See, like Moon Colony, the idea, I absolutely love the idea of the game. That you are building up your resources basically knowing that they're going to die, that these people are going to die from all the bad things that happen on the moon.
Yep.
And so you are trying to get as many of these people so that as they start dying off, that you can have enough left than over the other player. I think that's like a cool concept. It's just that you are playing the same event cards over and over and over. That's my only issue with this. If that was somehow different every time you played, then I would probably put Moon Colony over Rebirth.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm going to pick Moon Colony as the winner, just because I think the idea of it is just something that they might choose for this category. Yeah. And Rebirth is phenomenal. Recommended list is Sanctuary by Matthias Wig,
which should be on the list.
Yeah. Frosted Blooms by Bruno Cathala and Ludovic Mablanc.
Sorry. Sanctuary should be on one of the three. Yeah. Is what I mean. Not that it should be on the recommended list. It should be on the nominee list.
Right. And then Foundations of Metropolis by Emerson Matsuuchi. He also does great games. And then Tag Team by Gritcha German and Corentin Lebrat. Okay. Yeah, I can see Sanctuary, because Sanctuary it's got to be above a 2, right? In terms of weight, I think.
Probably I would
2.5
think, but
at least, if not approaching 3.
Let's see. It is a whoops.
2.81.
Yeah.
So that's a 2.81. Then I wonder if Foundations of Metropolis, that's got to be up there too, I think.
I would think so. But that does, the weight doesn't matter. Again, Foundations of Metropolis is a 2024 release.
Yeah.
So how is that even that's a 2.0.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. But yeah, weight doesn't matter. It's the quality of the game, the fun. That's what I think.
Yeah, and plus the people that are choosing this are, I think journalists.
Probably people that don't play games.
They're the people that review the games in the publications and such. And then Tag Team, I've seen Tag Team in the stores a lot. It never really interested me to pick it up. But that one has a 2.08.
Yeah.
And a 7.6 rating. So classic arcade fighting for that one. Anyway, so that's the list for this year. We'll find out what the winners are, or who the winners are, in July, I believe. So in about another 6 to 8 weeks, they'll release the winners, and then we'll go scratching our heads
complain. I'll complain about it then too. Yeah. So tune back in for Mark to complain.
That's what we're good at.
I'm good at ranting.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
I'm so good on our previous podcast. I had a listener create a song specifically for me about Wingman's rant.
That's right.
I had 709 rants. Here's his one for today.
Yep.
So,
anyway.
All right, let's get on to the topics, man. The con, baby.
Yeah, so we had our third This Board Game Life Con. So I guess the first one was in 2024, right?
Yes, sir.
My math is correct. And then 2026 had maybe it was like a day shorter than previous ones. I don't know. It seemed shorter for some reason.
Well, we lost a lot of time to work.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
with some craziness that happened that particular week.
Yeah, even though
28 crazy things.
Yeah,
I believe, but we got through it okay.
Mm-hmm.
It stalled things, but we still got a lot of good gaming in. So you want to go through these and kind of, I think I listed everything out here. I don't think I missed anything.
It looks like you got it all. So
yeah. So we started off the festivities by playing an oldie but a goodie, Elder Sign.
Actually, you know what? You may have missed. Let me double check. Because... Oh, no. I think you did. That can't be right. No, I guess we did. You did get them all. Okay.
Okay.
I was thinking of something else, but...
Yeah, so we started off with Elder Sign, which is Arkham Horror Light, the dice game. And it's set in the Cthulhu mythos universe. It is a Yahtzee variant dice game that is extremely difficult.
Yep.
Yes, extremely difficult. The dice are not your friends. They stick their middle fingers up at you. If you need that one roll, they're like, haha, not today. And so we played this. Man, what happened with this? Like,
We did win.
and we just like pulled it off like right at the end, didn't we?
Yes, I think if I'm trying to remember, but I think if I recall, I had some amazing lucky dice rolls on the final turn, or when we were fighting the last dude, and then you,
We
I
got
think,
creative with our abilities too, I think.
yeah, and then you had, I think you did the cleanup on the final dude, and you got, I just remember doing a lot of damage for once, and it was like when it was needed, I was able to just get crap going. But then you were able to get some really good dice rolls to finish off the game, and we did pull it out. But we were close to defeat.
Yeah, which is normal.
Yeah.
Actually, the normal way to go about it is you're close to defeat and then you lose. Yeah, it's rare that you're far from defeat.
Yeah.
And then you lose. Yeah, it's things are looking bad the entire time. And there were various things trigger monsters to come out just one after another, after another, after another. And but it was a good game. It was fun. It was a good game to start off with.
Yeah, it was.
Any comments about Elder Sign before we move on?
I really liked it. I'm glad that I have it now, and I don't. It's one that it's going to be like I'm going to want to try to play. I don't see myself playing it a lot, but it's something I would like to do like at least once a year to get that out and take on that challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely it was really fun. I really enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
And it's a lot easier than Arkham Horror or Eldritch Horror, by the way.
Oh, really? Yeah, I've not played any of those. I'm just not my style of game, but I did enjoy this. This was pretty cool.
Okay.
Again, I think what did it for me was the co-op.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the whole cooperative between us, working together to overcome such tough odds. Really,
Yep.
the payoff at the end is so good.
Yep. Two heads are better than one.
Can't say the same for the next game.
Yes. So next up, we played Castaways, which is a game, man, like maybe from 12 years ago, where you are castaways stuck on a deserted island and you're trying to survive. Odds are against you. I would say it's not an easy game, but it's extremely thematic.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
oh yeah.
Yeah, here it is. This is it for the folks that are on video. So it's Castaways, also known as Naufragos. I believe that was the original title of the game by Alberto Corral and Homo
Came out
Ludicus.
2010, 16 years old.
Yeah.
So even older than you thought.
yeah, it is.
Weight of a 3.01. And but I think
really?
we were talking offline before we started recording. I do believe we could have pulled this game off had we just maybe changed how we played and had gotten a little bit luckier with that stupid fire that we couldn't get going at the start.
Yeah. Yep.
I really think that's what hurt us.
Yeah, and what Mark's talking about is as part of this game, the weather affects you, right? There's scorching heat, then there's these awful monsoon rainstorms. So those are a factor, and then you have to light a fire. Otherwise, you take a damage every turn, basically. And then you also have to deal with food. So it's one of those games where you have to feed your people, sort of, or you have to feed yourself as you go. And it's super easy to accumulate damage. And damage turns into trauma, right? I believe that's what it was called, the really bad stuff. So the damage or injury, I think is the term. You can get an injury that you can recover, but an injury can become a trauma, and then you cannot recover from that. So it basically shortens your health ability in the game. And we ran through a spell where we were trying to light the fire, or rather, I think I was the main one that was trying to light the fire, and I just couldn't do it. I just had some awful dice rolls, one after another, after another, after another. And we burned so many turns doing that. So when you're not lighting that fire, you're taking damage. So now you're trying to recover damage. You're still trying to feed yourself, and you're trying to light that fire. So that stalled us.
We got behind the curve right off the beginning.
Yeah. And we were really close at the end. So I think if we were not behind that curve, at least in the beginning, that we'd be better off in the game. We probably would have pulled it off.
I think so. And I want to play this again. Maybe in 2027 we can try again. But I do want to play it. And like you said, this is, I think I said to you, this is the most thematic game I think I've ever played. You really felt so helpless. And it's like, I need to light a fire. We got to get a shelter. We got to get food. You got all these events of things happening and going bad, and the weather is changing. And, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's one of those games where everything's working against you. And I really felt like this is, I feel as if you kind of get an idea of what it would be like to be stranded on an island. Very helpless. And it's like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. That came through very well in this game.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Everything from how do you get food? You have to walk through the jungle. And if you play that wrong, you get lost.
Yes.
You get lost, then you can't come back, which, probably can really happen. And that in itself is a press your luck element too, right? Because you're trying to get out there, go as far as you can to get the food, but not too far, because then you get lost, and then it's a whole different mess. Yeah. Very, very thematic. Think Marco Polo meets Castaway. Is that the name of the Tom Hanks movie with Wilson?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a combo of those two, but FedEx is not involved. But anyway, so yeah, we played Castaways. Great game. Very difficult, very thematic. Next up, we played Escape, The Curse of the Temple. This is interesting little, I don't know if it's a physical game. No, not a physical game, but it's oh man, we don't want to get a strike. A copyright, another copyright claim on top of
that was like
always get.
That was like 5 seconds, so we should be okay. But
yeah, let's hope so.
I wanted to bring back your PTSD.
Yeah. So this is a timed game. Every game is 10 minutes long, and you basically, or 9 minutes long, 9 or 10 minutes. Anyway, it's a dice rolling crazy game where you're kind of doing an Indiana Jones Temple of Doom type of thing, where you're starting off in a central area. You're trying to find these gem areas, roll appropriate dice, not get your dice locked out. And then eventually, once you complete everything, you got to exit the temple. I think we played 2 games. We
escaped in the first game.
Escaped on the first one, and it wasn't even close on the second one.
Dude, that soundtrack that you have to play for that game, you're right, man. It's just like, I'm like, what was that? A gong? Was that a like? It just stresses you out so much. Like it was fun though.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And that soundtrack adds an element, so it's almost got like a heartbeat to it. And so what we're talking about is there's a gong that happens twice. So it starts off, it gives you like, so I think it's a 10-minute soundtrack. The first minute is kind of prep. Then it gives you a starting gong. You have 3 minutes to play. After the first two, it gives you a warning where you have to roll back. You have to get your character back to the central tile. If you don't, you lose a die. And now you're hampered. Instead of 5 dice, you're down to 4. And then you have to get back to the central one before the gong hits. Then you can branch back out again. This happens one more time. And then by the 9th minute, I think it is, that's where you have to be out. So I've actually seen people like freaking out.
Yeah.
Where when that gong hits, that tells you have like a minute left, people spaz out. They are shaking. They're not sure what to do. It is really interesting. Very simple game. Extremely simple game.
Yes.
But man, this timer is like ridiculous. And it comes with a little sand timer. That thing's useless. You cannot play the game with it because nobody's paying attention to it. Whereas the soundtrack, you definitely need. And what's interesting is it comes on CD. I don't even have anything I can play the CD on anymore. I don't even have a disc inside my computer, but or a CD player inside my computer. But thanks to the magic of YouTube, it is available online. So yeah, you enjoyed this one?
I did.
Quick and easy. High stress.
Very high stress.
You might need a break afterwards.
They had, I think it was the week after I came back, my game store actually had in their used game section this game, but the big box version sitting there for sale. I didn't pick it up, but I'm like, I did look at it and go, but I think I ultimately was like, I don't need the stress.
Yeah.
But
and not everybody plays well under stress either. Like I said,
yeah.
I've seen people like sitting there, like shaking their hands, like not knowing what to do. It's like they're short circuiting. Anyway, fun game from Queen, Escape the Curse of the Temple. Then we went back in time and we brought out Jambo. So this is an old school game. I forgot who the designer was. Let me look that up real quick.
Rudiger Dorn.
Yes. Rudiger Dorn. So this is a game from 2004. So it is an oldie but a goodie. So it's a little card game, 2-player. It comes in that small little square box style that a lot of 2-player games come in. Like, I had one. It's right behind this partition. So I had a couple down there. But it's a fun little game by Rudiger Dorn, which I really like a lot of his games. Like he came out with Luxor, Istanbul.
Istanbul's awesome.
Yep, El Vecchio, Asante, Las Vegas, Dragonheart, Goa. There's just to name a few. And what this game basically is instead of trading in the Mediterranean, you're trading in Africa.
Yeah.
So you're an African merchant and you're basically picking up goods and trying to sell them off. There's wasn't there like spices? There was like a ring thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I forget what
different items.
Yeah. And so, yeah, you're just picking up the items from and putting them in your market stalls and then trying to sell them for points. So, fun little game. Any comments on this one before we move on?
This was fun. I enjoyed it.
Mm.
I thought it was a good game. Really, don't think I got anything more to
Yeah.
really share on it, but it was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a game that is easy to teach and is almost always a good time if you enjoy the trading market
Yeah.
style games. Next up, we played Targi. So this is a game by Andreas Steiger. This one is a much newer game, only came out in 2012. And this one it's a card game where you use the cards to lay out the board. So you create a ring of, I think, 16 cards around the peripheral sections of the game board. And then you put cards. There's two different kinds of cards. There's goods. And I forgot what the other ones were. Like, they were like people, but there was a name for them. And they alternate in there. And what you do is you have 3 dudes that you place down, and you're basically choosing horizontally and vertically on a grid of 9 or 12. It might be 12. I think it was 12.
It's a 5x5 grid. The board is a 5x5.
Does that include the border?
A border of 16 squares. So the border has 16 squares around the 5x5 grid.
Okay, so it's a 9. It's a 3x3 in the middle. And anyway, so you put your guys on the outside, and then wherever the intersects are is the cards that you get. And plus, the border has abilities as well, like to get resources, right, or to trade things. And yeah, I really enjoy this game. It's a fun game. It's another one where you're collecting resources and money and various things, and you're trying to collect a tableau of cards in front of you that ultimately score you points.
I loved this game.
Oh, you did?
I really did. This was a lot of fun. I really liked how you go back and forth of like where you're placing your people, and you're trying to get certain cards, and you've got to make that, like, cross section. You got to get them to meet to get that particular card, but someone else can place something on that border which locks you out from getting something, even if they're going for something else. It does, but it was still so much fun. Like, I thought this was so cool, and it was a fun game. The only reason I won't try to find this is because it is a 2-player game, and I just don't play 2-player games hardly at all. But this is something I absolutely enjoyed, and if I do run across it, I'm probably going to grab it. But yeah, or if it's not too expensive, I might pick it up anyways. But I really did like this game a lot.
And this game is readily available still. I've seen it around at game stores. And it's actually pretty high on list. I was just looking here. It's ranked 173 amongst all the games. So list price only $25.
I can get it from $20 from my favorite retailer.
Nice.
Oh boy. Plus there's an expansion for it.
There is.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's Targi the expansion. Then there's a German. Oh wow, I didn't know. So in 2020, they came out with the bonus books. I wonder what that has in it. Yeah, it says new edge cards and action cards to add more variety to Targi. So this was, plus some kind of solo module. Interesting. Yeah, I've only got I've got the base game and then the first expansion. But the nice thing too is, again, it's a smaller box game, so you can have more on your shelf. Okay. All right.
Sure.
I'm glad you liked it. I wasn't sure how that one went over, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. I love that game. All right. Next up, so we played Fleet, and this is the original game, not one of the follow-up games. And I'm not sure what happened, but we did something wrong.
Not according to the rule book.
Yeah. I was going to look to try to figure out what happened, but we just could not get the game moving before it ended. It almost seemed like it ended prematurely, which again makes me think that we did something wrong. And I haven't played this game in probably 10, 15 years, so I don't remember much about it. But I remember that when we used to play it, we played it a whole bunch, and it was a hit. And I did not get that feel when we played it, so I blame you.
That's fine. Like I was really PO'd at this game because like I've got the roll and write version, and it's awesome. Like it's really fun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, something's wrong. This just doesn't seem to be like, I felt again like we were doing something wrong. But both of us kept going through that rule book, and it's like, no, based on the rule book, we're doing it right. So I, with both of us looking at it, I don't think we did anything wrong. And if that's the case, this game sucks.
No, it's like I said, when all the times that I've played it before, it was like, this was an awesome game. This was fun. I enjoyed it, which is why I've got every Fleet version that came out after this.
Yeah.
And then it just, I know we kept going through the rule book, but something just felt off. Yeah. And it did not flow like a regular game. So we probably missed, I blame you. You missed something.
Oh yeah, the guy who had never played it before.
Yeah, you missed something.
It's my fault.
That's what tanked the game.
Okay.
So then after that, we played Dark Pact. This is a new game. You just talked about it a couple of weeks back, because you got it played shortly after it came out.
Yes.
Yeah. So we had at least I had the pleasure of you teaching this to me. So that was awesome. And you called this what? Dominion on steroids?
Yeah. That's what I call it.
Yeah. And definitely a fun game. I enjoyed it. You know, I love my Dominion. I love my different forms of the deck builders. And this has a new spin on it that makes it nice and fresh.
Yeah.
All right,
it's good. It is a lot of fun. When I say a Dominion on crack or on steroids, it's definitely not meant as a slight to Dominion. Dominion is a really fun game.
Yeah.
But there's something about this one that I feel if I'm gonna grab, if it was a choice, if I'm gonna play a deck builder and I had to choose between Dominion and Dark Pact, I would take Dark Pact each and every time. I don't know what it is. There's something about it that I think is just incredible. And I can't win at the game. I can't ever seem to get anything close to going to meet any of the win conditions, but I really dig how the game works and how the win condition is constantly changing, and how if someone has a win condition out on the board and everyone can see it, you can do things to try to make sure they don't get that. But they could also be putting that down as a fake to, they might have a win condition in their hand that they're just waiting to meet that, and they're getting other people to do stuff to fight you against what's on the table, and you have no intention of even going after that. So it's really interesting like that. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, next up we played XCOM, and sorry folks, the alien overlords, they rule right now. we couldn't do it. Sorry,
we failed so bad.
Yeah. Sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't, and we definitely didn't.
And I blame you for this one. This is not a good game for you because this game is so fast paced.
Those dice rolls were freaking brutal.
It's a hard game.
Yeah. But it's fun. I mean, the computer game or the video game is awesome. This one definitely, goes along the same lines. And I want to say this is a Corey Kanishka game. Let me look it up. I thought he did it. XCOM, the board game. Oh, Eric Lang. Maybe not. Or wait. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, never mind. It's an Eric Lang game by Fantasy Flight.
Yeah, it's app driven, which I'm not a fan of, but the game is like partially app driven. So you do the first phase with this app, which is timed, and it's like, it's meant to be like, you got seconds to make your decision of what you're doing, and that's it. It's just, and it moves on. This thing just goes on. Now we played it in the easy mode where we could pause it. We did the tutorial, and that's the sad thing, is this was a tutorial mission and we still got slaughtered. But
yes.
I'd only played it a couple times. This was your first time. We're both trying to control multiple characters, trying to figure out, well, what is it I need? Especially, and you had the scientist. So you're getting all these cards and you're like, I don't know what to build. And you're trying to read everything. And the game doesn't, that's why the tutorial or the easy mode does allow you to pause the app to try to understand what's going on. But the main game is just meant to, you don't stop the timer. If you use extra time, you lose it for the next character, loses out time for them to make their choices, and it just cascades. And you go through this first part and you're trying to get people out to fight the alien UFOs. You're trying to fight the aliens invading the base. You're trying to get money. You're trying to get soldiers recruited. As ships get destroyed or your soldiers die, you have to buy them back in by having an excess surplus in your budget, and that's about really hard to have. There's so many different aspects of I think things going on in this game. You've got like budget and money management. You are timed. You are trying to get almost kind of deck building. Like, you kept researching things for one of my guys. I was the guy that had all the soldiers, and you kept trying to research stuff to give me abilities, as I'm going. Yep. So that expanded kind of my deck that I could use in combat or gain an extra die roll. But yeah, it's insane of all the things going on in the amount of time you have to respond. But it's interesting too, because every time's going to be, the one thing I do like about the app in this game is that outside of the tutorial, you're going to get different stuff every time. Like, and I think it might even be through the tutorial too, because I know when I went through the tutorial the first time, I had a lot of people invading the base. And when you and I played the tutorial, we really
It's
had
like
hardly
nothing.
anybody. Yeah, we did. That was like a nothing, but we got overwhelmed with UFOs coming
Oh,
in,
yeah, it
and
was
it was just
brutal.
like, yeah. So
And we couldn't
it's
get rid of them,
yeah,
or I
we
couldn't get
just
rid of them. Yeah,
yeah, that was your fault. That was your job.
it was. It was.
But again, the dice roll. This is a very luck based. The dice are against you. We have what, a 2 in 6 chance of scoring a hit,
Yep.
and so, but I think it does give you that feeling because it is so kind of against you. It really does mimic the video game, I think, so well, because the video game is hard and it's really tough to pull shots off, and your guys are going to die. And this board game, I felt, did a really good translation from a video game to a board game. And yeah, that's the one part I like about the app, is that it's constantly, you can play the same mission over, and it's going to be different every time because the app's just going to random give you stuff.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool.
Okay. Next up, we played Roma. So this is a card game from Stefan Feld, and it's actually his first published game from way back in 2005. And this game really reminds me of, there's a couple other games like, Stronghold came out with one. Battle Line from GMT, Totten is another one where you have a central line and then you're putting cards opposite of each other. Wasn't Hanamikoji?
Yeah,
like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's along those lines. You have 6 lanes. It's a dice game with cards. You have 6 different lanes that you can put either people or buildings on, and then you're basically attacking the other person. And fun game, mean game. And Roma 2 is meaner because that one came out, I don't know, like 5-10 years, or about 5 years later. And but it's a great game. It's one that I really enjoy, and if you like Stefan Feld games, definitely see if you can find this one, because it's his first one and definitely worth getting.
Yes, I really did enjoy this game as well. It was fun. The kind of it is a mean game, but like there was abilities to kind of like, if you could get the cards to like counteract some of the things, that your other, like I could wipe out your trebuchet, there was cards that allowed me to attack that or take it out of your tableau. And it was fun just kind of seeing what you had. And then like I remember the one time I'm like, I had to give like a card to you, and I'm like, crap, I don't want to give either one of these, but I had to give you the one, in your hand, which I knew you had it. And then it actually dictated later, like what I would put out, because I'm like, if I put this out, he can play that card that I know he now has to basically remove it. I don't want that. So then I'm not playing it. And then later I saw you like discard it. And I was like, okay, now I'm free to do that,
Yeah.
But you may have grabbed another one in your hand, and you could be, throwing me off like, oh, he's now got 2. I don't know that. So it was a lot of fun. I really liked that. This was a really fun 2-player game.
And it's an interesting game from the standpoint of the dice. So you roll the dice and they tell you which lanes you can play in.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool, and it's forcing you to make decisions based on that. And you're trying to collect, what was it, money and victory points. Sometimes you get them in general, sometimes you steal them from the other player. That's where the game probably won't fly with everybody, and that's why I say it's a mean game, just because you're taking the other person's stuff. and you're forcing them to do things and taking their cards away. But we liked it.
It was fun.
That's all that matters. Okay. All right.
And I think I guess I didn't even mention. So you won Jambo. You won Targi. Somehow I won Fleet, which didn't even matter because I was so PO'd at the game. You won Dark Pact. We lost XCOM.
Your fault.
How did we both win Roma? That somehow came out as a tie.
Yeah.
Oh, because we had the exact same score somehow, and that ended up in a tie, which kind of sucked. But you really
so we because
won almost everything.
I thought you won Roma, and then somehow so Stefan Feld games oftentimes there's different ways to collect points, and I think that's kind of what we had. And I thought you were winning, you thought I was winning, maybe. And then we wound up having the same score. And then there's a tiebreaker, which we tied on as well, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
And then that was it.
And it was like, you share the victory. And I was like, ah.
Yeah, you share the victory. The tiebreaker is to play Roma 2. Whoever wins that wins both. But yeah, Roma 2 is more of the same, but more complicated and meaner. Right? Because you saw the preview cards that were in there,
yes.
right?
Yes. I'm like, I want this game, but
yeah, they're doozies.
It's a tough one to find.
Yeah. So after Roma, we played Cities. So this is the original Cities.
We played Cities USA.
Oh, we played Cities USA. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the new version of Cities that was just released, which adds different
bridges.
Yeah, it adds bridges. It adds different artwork to the whole board. It adds skyscraper caps. Right, that was another one. Yep. So definitely Cities. We'll call it Cities Plus, Cities Advanced. So more of the Cities goodness, a little more complicated, a little more meatiness to it.
I really liked the idea of the bridges. I thought that was really neat, where you have to get your roads connected. Otherwise, you're losing points at the end of the game. And I remember coming down to the very last tile, and like there was one face up, which would not help me. Here was one face down. So I'm like, if I take the face up one, I'm hosed. Let's hope the face down one worked. And it did. I pulled it up and it was exactly what I needed. So I had no broken roads. I was like, yes. And it was like, cool. I thought that was like a new thing to add, a very simple component, a little bit of a change. And I really enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely a great game.
And it changed the way the like parks and the water thing worked too, from the original game. And I think I liked the USA way that they worked a little better. I'm going to need to play it a couple more times, I think, to really determine that. But if you like Cities, I think you'll like the Cities USA as well.
No, I agree. And then the last game of the con was Agricola, All Creatures Big and Small. This is the original one. We didn't play with any of the expansions, but this is the 2-player version of Agricola. And it's just a fun little game. I think you won this one, right?
Oh, I actually did.
Yeah.
And that one surprised me. I think, if I recall, I really didn't expect that. But I kind of pulled it in at the end, I think. I handedly beat you too, by the way.
Yeah,
on that one.
This game is a 2-player version of Agricola where we'll call it a lighter version of Agricola. It's not quite as complicated. There's less stuff to do. and it's more about just sectioning off your animals and building your pastures. No feeding involved, none of that stuff. So you're just trying to collect all your animals of different kinds. There's pigs, horses, cattle, and sheep. I think that's all of them, right? There's 4 of them.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm missing anything. But
I think you're right.
Yeah, you're trying to get those and have them make babies, get more, because I think you're penalized if you don't have enough of them. And then when you have just enough of them, you get no points. And then it really reminds me of like a Reiner game where it's like the person with the lowest score wins, or you have to choose. It's like a struggle of you want to get a lot, but you don't want to get too much because that's bad. And anyway, it's a fun game. Do they have this as an add-on or anything to the Agricola game?
They do, because I went that night after we played it. I logged into GameFound and added this to my pledge.
Nice.
Even though it's a 2-player game, I really enjoyed it, and I had to add it. So
it's a good game, and it gives you the Agricola feel in a lot less time, and it's simpler.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, if you want something, that's a classic game, that's a lot of fun, then you just play the full one if you've got the extra time. And I'm sure that the pimped out version with the Awakened Realms spin on it is probably pretty cool. I got to take a look at it.
I got the wooden edition of it, and it looks really cool. They got actual like little fences and all the little wooden
sticks.
Yeah, it's actual fences and little horses and cows that are like you can see what they are, not have to guess.
Oh yeah,
and the sheep and the pigs, and it just looks really good. So
now you got me curious. I got to take a look.
25 euros for that. Again, not sponsored by GameFound or Awakened Realms.
Yeah.
But here we are. I think I'm going to have to contact them and say, dude, you guys need to pay us for this episode.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you can add that for not a whole lot more money, I don't think.
Yeah, the new Agricola looks so good.
And I've never played Agricola, and I had this thing crowdfunded just because it's the, Awakened Realms special edition, and I'm like, gotta get them.
Yeah, because I think I talked you into it.
Well, I got the Castle of Burgundy, and then you talked me to the Puerto Rico. You're like, you got to get that, and both of those have been so amazing. So now it's kind of like, like Concordia. I didn't play it, and I was like, okay, I'm following this. As soon as it goes, I'm going to buy it anyways. But thankfully, I've had the chance to play it, and yes, now I know I'm definitely going to want it. And this all creatures big and small. I'm like, I know it's a smaller version of Agricola, but I'm like, this is so fun. So yeah. I'm really excited to get the real game and the full game and play the real thing.
Yeah, I was just looking at the artwork. A bunch of stuff is still a work in progress.
Yeah. I don't know why it would be at this point, but
yeah. And it's the tiles. Or the boards. And it looks like some of the building tiles. But yeah, the fences and animals and all that is that's normal. Yeah, I like the reeds with the ore, the woods. Those look really good too.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder if I should
do it.
No, I shouldn't. No, I
do
shouldn't.
It.
No, this will cover half of shipping for the base game. If I save that money, there we go. And plus, I printed out an insert.
Oh,
for the original game, because I've got the original. Because there was one that came out afterwards with a bigger box, so I've got the original smaller box one. Anyway, So yeah, that was it. That was the last of it, right? All
It
creatures big and
was.
small.
Yep.
So yeah, it was a great couple days of gaming. This Board Game Life Con 2026 is in the books, and I'm already looking forward to 2027, which is going to be in the West Campus, right?
You know it.
Yes.
No.
Going back out there and getting some Arby's. I think that's what we had last time we were out there, or I was out there.
Yeah. We don't have a whole lot. We don't have the food and the things that Chicago has. I'll tell you what, man. That's the one thing about Chicago I absolutely love is the food. You can get anything just about any time of day, and it's also good and from so many different like ethnic foods and just
Yep,
it's also good.
it is.
So that would be the one reason I would move back to Illinois would be the food.
Well, most of the food that you like is available elsewhere. That you really, really like is available elsewhere, and I would recommend going there.
True. I can go back to Arizona to get Portillo's now.
Yes, yes.
So, and I think they have Canes and
yeah.
So
they have Canes, In-N-Out, Del Taco. Yes, I like Del Taco.
Oh, dude. Gross.
I love it.
That is the worst. That's worse than taco smell, man.
So let me paraphrase. There are some, or not paraphrase, let me rephrase. There are some restaurants that are awful. It's just, they don't make it well. And yeah, that will definitely turn it. But I've had a bunch of Del Taco in Florida, of all places, that I have enjoyed. In particular. Anyway, enough about food. Let's get back to gaming. I think it's about it, right?
I do believe so.
Did you back anything?
I did not. How about that? Well, except adding all creatures big and small to my already, game list.
I don't remember if this counted. I threw the Dungeon Crawler Carl Unstoppable in my list because it finished in the past week or two. I really don't know when. I don't know what was going on because I was getting like 4 or 5 messages a day. It seemed like about this with updates, and then I just stopped reading them, and I would just get annoyed every time I got one.
They were really bad. I will say that. What was that Renegade, right? They are them, and I was doing the Dungeon Crawler Carl and the Zombicide pirate one at the same time, right? Both of those campaigns were freaking multiple updates every day. I mean, the Zombicide was worse than Dungeon Crawler, but DCC was still really horrible with just the mass amount of updates. It's like, come on already.
But I think most of the updates, though, were on the RPG side of things, weren't they?
Which, for someone like myself who doesn't want that, I don't need updates every day on something that I'm not even backing. I wish they would have done these separate.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been nice.
I agree. I know what you mean.
So,
but anyway, so yeah, that's about it then for episode 122. Hope you guys enjoyed our discussion talking about this Board Game Life Con, and also a look into the SDJ nominees for this week, or this year, not week. And those will be coming up again when we talk about them in July, whenever it is they release those. Probably in 10 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks.
Something like that.
Yeah. Alrighty. So we get to close out?
Let's close it out.
Let's close it out. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Really helps the algorithm direct our content to new folks that will enjoy our show. And we'll catch you all in 2 weeks.
See you at the table.